What's up, gamers? It's your boy Jurassic Quill. This is a bit of an odd episode. So because my software doesn't want to capture audio for some reason, I recorded 3 episodes of Soul Blazer, and I didn't catch any of my audio. So instead of scrapping the footage, I figured I'd use this moment to do something else. So today I'm going to be interviewing the one, the only, Volcannon. Why don't you introduce yourself?
Well, I'm Volcannon, and I have a not too big of a YouTube channel. I do mainly boss rush videos. Well, it's not really boss rush; it's a boss series on RPGs. I haven't been on lately, but I have a list of video games on there.
Yeah, it's been about 4 years since you uploaded last day.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. I probably should get back to it at some point.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. You got 89 subscribers. That's pretty cool. Did you know that you have 165,000 views?
No, I mean, I don't check it very often, so it's pretty surprising.
One of your videos in particular actually has 55,000 views alone, which is very impressive for only having 89 subscribers.
Sure, well,
of
some of my videos are pretty good.
Oh yeah, some of them actually draw in a lot of attention. A few of them have a couple thousand. It's pretty nice. So where did the name Volcannon come from?
Well, one of my favorite games is Shining Force, and so it comes from the Shining Force 2. One of the NPCs is a god, pretty much a phoenix god, and so I based my name off of him. But it has an extra. His name has one less N because of how the name was taken. So I had to put an extra N on there.
So you slot that extra N in there just so you don't infringe on someone else's.
I couldn't use that name anyway since it was taken.
Okay. So, who's your favorite Pokemon?
That's a pretty good question. Gardevoir, actually.
Gardevoir, eh?
Gardevoir.
That's that tall psychic one, right?
Yeah. It was really a toss-up between Gardevoir and Breloom, which is a bug in fighting.
Yes. The evolution of Ladybug, right?
No.
No?
An evolution of Shroomish.
Shroomish. Oh. Isn't it a leaf fighting type? Or a grass fighting type?
It is a bug.
Huh.
That later evolves into a bug fighting type.
Learn something new every day.
If you evolve it much later, it learns the moves to 100% sleep. That's not actually the name, but I can't remember it at the moment.
But you can force something to sleep.
Yes, as long as it's not grass.
That's
or a bug, I believe.
So, on my channel I do have extensive videos about Magic the Gathering. Well, not very extensive, but I do have them. Me and you, we play Magic from time to time. How'd you get into Magic?
Well, I was actually first introduced way back when I was a kid. though I wasn't really much into it. I knew the concept, but way later, I went to a place in town, and that's how I got more into it.
You started going to like a local game store and started playing it more and more?
Yeah, pretty much.
What was the first format you played?
Standard, actually.
And what era was this? How long ago was it?
Like when I first was introduced to it.
No. When you got back into it? When you started really playing Magic?
Forge of the Gods, I believe.
Oh yeah, so... Was that like, was that 2014? 2013, something like that?
I think so.
Yeah.
I can't be certain of the actual date, but yeah, probably.
Yeah, I believe Theros was 2014. So yeah, Forge of the Gods would have been around then. That's nice.
Mm-hmm.
I started a little later after that. About 2015-ish. Nice.
Yeah. Now I'm into Commander nowadays.
Yes. Who's your favorite general then?
Well, one of my favorite generals has always been Ulamog, the Ceaseless Hunger.
Oh yes, them colorless decks there.
Just due to its effect and how it can be one of those guys.
How you can kind of manipulate, you know? It's one of those cards that, if you can't really deal with it, you kind of just lose.
Yeah, pretty much. It likes to eat.
It likes to eat decks, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, what hobbies do you have besides Magic the Gathering?
I like playing video games exclusively. Besides role-playing games, there's a bunch of other stuff.
What specific genres?
Well, it used to be just RPGs, and now it expanded to like shooting, action, platformers, that sort of thing.
Oh yeah.
Legend of Zelda is one of my favorites as well.
Yeah, it's a very classic RPG.
Mm-hmm.
What have you been playing recently?
I've been playing Crosscode, actually. It's been pretty good.
Well, what's the premise of Crosscode? Or like a bit of a summary of it, I guess.
Well, you sort of start out with this person named Leia, who one has a speech problem. So they're basically she's playing a MMO trying to regain her memories. Well, just hang out with friends, I guess.
She's playing a video game to try to remember stuff?
Yeah, it's the world that they're on is in an MMO.
Huh. Kind of like Sword Art Online, eh?
Yeah, actually.
Sense. Yeah. What is your opinion on object permanence?
I'm not quite sure.
Do you know what object permanence is?
You have to remind me, actually.
The idea behind object permanence is that once something leaves your field of view, it doesn't exist anymore. So that would be like object impermanence, right? Once it leaves your sight, it just dissipates into nothing, or it goes to a different dimension, it just doesn't exist.
Well, I believe that I don't believe that if I can't see it, it doesn't exist. But you know,
So things that you can't see, you believe that they exist, eh?
well, it's just something I can't see. That's all.
Okay. What was your favorite meme of this year?
There is way too many memes. I can hardly keep track of them. But
Yeah, usually memes come into existence and then die about a week later.
depending on the meme, probably most likely.
Oh yeah, there are a good few that, you know, stand the test of time and stick around probably longer than any other meme that exists.
Yeah, I sort of like the society meme for some reason.
Oh, the Joker.
We live in a society.
That wasn't 2020, but that is still not a bad meme.
No.
What's your favorite band?
I like Metallica. One of them is Metallica.
Metallica fan. Okay, I can respect that. Any particular songs you like?
Seek and Destroy actually is one of them.
Oh, that's a classic from their first album.
There is one German album or band that I like, but heck if I can understand them. They just sound pretty cool.
Is it also a metal band?
Yeah, I believe so. I can't remember the name of it though.
Rammstein?
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah. Yeah, they're pretty popular over here too, eh?
I listened to it back when I was a kid.
Really?
Yep.
Man, I didn't know that they were that old.
You'd be surprised.
Just for a time relevance, how old are you? Just that way the viewers can understand, you know, kind of when you got into magic and when you were a kid.
I think I'm in my late 30s.
Okay.
Sort of thing.
So when you were a kid, that would have been sometime, you know, late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah, pretty much.
Right? Yeah, around that time, yeah. Who is your favorite YouTuber?
Wow. And asking the hard-hitting questions, is he?
Yes.
Well,
the hardest hitting questions.
Well, I do like Brain Scratch Comms actually is a really good YouTuber.
Brain Scratch Comms?
YouTube. Brain Scratch Comms is a collection of people. So there's more than one person, but they do commentaries on video games. Basically, rarely stay on topic.
Oh yeah.
But sometimes talk about the video game at hand, but
so they sort of play a video game
really.
and they talk about just random stuff while they're doing it.
Yeah, a lot of stuff is like that.
That's pretty cool. There are some pretty relevant YouTube channels out there like that, like Game Grumps and Friends Without Benefits. Yeah, I can respect that. Have you ever seen the Dwayne The Rock Johnson? No, the official Dwayne The Rock Johnson YouTube channel?
No, but I heard it was around,
Yes, it's
which is pretty funny.
it's a YouTube channel based around old Dwayne the Rock Johnson YouTube clips, old WWE clips.
hmm
It's not actually the official YouTube channel. Another guy owns it, and basically he just uploads random video clips of
Right.
Dwayne the Rock Johnson, usually with a title to
Mhm.
explain what's happening.
I would hope so.
It's probably one of my favorite YouTube channels.
That's pretty good.
Do you know how to ride a bike?
I do, yes.
Okay.
I haven't rode in a little bit, but yeah, I rode a bike.
Okay. What's your opinion on Canada right now?
A?
Do you think
Oh,
everything is A-okay in Canada, or do you think things could change? Got any political
well,
opinions?
it always could change, you know. You know,
Because of course we do live in a society, right?
yeah. I mean, if everything stays the same for too long, it gets pretty stagnant. So
Oh yeah.
change is good, but it really just depends on what kind of change that is.
Okay. I got another question for you, but there's a little bit of a prompt at the beginning. You are
Okay.
starting a brand new RPG. You've never even heard of this game, never seen it before. You load up the menu, you hit start game, and it gives you 3 different options. Warrior, Wizard, or Rogue. Which do you pick?
I'd probably go with maybe the warrior.
Why?
Because nothing says forward progression like a sword in the face.
So you think that the Warrior would be the most effective at getting you to the end of the game?
For some RPGs, yes. Unless for this one they horribly overpower the magic, in which case I'll just choose the wizard.
But you don't know that.
Yeah, but I'll know once I get further into the game.
So you think you'd be willing to change your playstyle mid-through game?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Adapting to the situation is how one does get forward.
In a regular day-to-day basis, how much caffeine would you say that you consume in a day?
I don't think I can count that high.
It's a lot, eh?
I drink a lot of Canada Dry and
Ginger ale, eh?
a lot of other pop.
If you could give me a rough estimate on like how many cans you drink, what would you say?
Well, I bought like 12 bottles of Canada Dry.
Like the 2-liter bottles?
No. I mean the 710 milliliter.
Ah, okay.
And so sometimes it takes like 2 to 3 days for me to drink it.
Yeah, that would be a good bit of caffeine, I would think.
On top of that, I also drink Monster Energy. So
Yeah, that's just sort of like the cherry on top, right? What would you
Pretty
say
much.
your favorite meal is? If you could choose anything in the world, what would it be?
Well, one that comes to mind is probably fish chips.
Fish and chips, eh?
And I have way too many favorite meals.
With or without gravy?
No gravy.
No gravy. Ooh. Are you more of like a salt man with your fries, or are you more of a ketchup guy?
Ketchup.
Ah, I see.
But I also have curds on my fries.
Like mozzarella cheese? Like
Any
cheese
kind
curds?
of, well, pretty much, yeah. Cheese curds on my fries. So
Huh.
fries, cheese curds, and ketchup.
That's an interesting combination.
Mm-hmm.
You usually hear about cheese curds and gravy and salt and all that. Usually don't see the savory and the sweet kind of combined there. But, it's cool to see someone else has a different view on things.
Well, I used to have the same thing, like fries, vinegar, and stuff like that. So much so that they more or less ask, would you like your fries with your vinegar?
It got to that point, eh?
Yeah.
If you were to get back into YouTube after your 4-year hiatus, what would you think that you'd upload?
Well, probably would start with maybe Final Fantasy game.
Final
So I
Fantasy.
love
Eh?
Final Fantasy.
Which one?
I'll probably start with Final Fantasy 6.
Okay. Speaking of Final Fantasy, then, what's your favorite Final Fantasy?
Final Fantasy 6.
Final Fantasy 6. Okay. Why would you pick 6?
Well, it's a good game to start on. I really don't have a dislike for any of the Final Fantasies, with a few exceptions, but it's a good starting point.
What did you think about the remake that they put out?
I like it.
Year?
It
like
certainly has its ups and downs, sort of thing, but it's mostly pretty good.
It's a remake to Final Fantasy 7, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard
Definitely likes the.
Oh, continue. Go ahead.
I was gonna say it certainly has a lot of it certainly plays with its timeline quite a bit.
Mm-hmm. I heard a lot of things online that some people like it, some people don't, and a lot of things led to something about the game not ending where Final Fantasy VII actually ended. Like, we ended right where, like, Sephiroth was just introduced or something. Is that true?
Yeah. So it does end up with Sephiroth and a new boss fight, pretty much. So, but it still ends up outside of Midgar. But it's towards that is a little bit different, or sorry, a lot different.
So do you think that they're going to be releasing another game after this to continue the saga, or do you think that they're going to continue the game through like DLC and stuff?
It's
like
episodic.
Is after Sonic?
It's episodic. So it's going to come up in episodes.
Oh, I see.
So this first one isn't the final thing. There's more to it.
Okay.
Because it would be pretty weird of them to leave it on that much of a cliffhanger.
Yeah, it would kind of suck if they were to do that. So it's good that they're going to continue the story, and hopefully we can see Final Fantasy VII for its, remake in full.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be much different than what the older generation that played it expect, pretty much.
How familiar are you with the Sonic fanbase?
Not very much, actually.
So like you know about like the base games, but do you know about like the fan made characters and stuff?
No.
Okay. So then, out of all Sonic games, if you had to pick one, which would be your favorite?
Probably like Sonic 3 and Knuckles.
Sonic 3, eh?
Yeah.
There's a lot of people out there that say that only the original Sonic games, Sonic 1, 2, and 3, are actually good. Then they say everything after that is just trash. Which is very controversial. Because like there are some good Sonic games that came after that, like Generations, and Sonic Mania was a fan-based game, but it's still, a Sonic game. What do you think about that opinion?
Well, my opinion is probably the same on the Sonic fan base itself. Pretty much, like I don't really have any opinion on it.
Oh yeah. You're going
I like the games that I've played, but I try not to think too hard on it.
So what would be your least favorite Sonic game?
Oh well, probably unsurprising. My least favorite would probably be Sonic 06, of course.
Ah yes. Makes a lot of sense. A lot of people hated that game for so many reasons. Sure, it does have some bright sides to it, like that giant orca chase at the beginning, but you cannot fix those controls.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like I hate the game. I played the game for what it is. It could be better, but it's not a game to be despised pretty much too much. I'm sure there's some redeeming things to it. Just, if you look.
Who's your favorite
very
Sonic
very
character?
Deep into it. That's a pretty good question.
Yes, because there's a lot of characters out there. A lot of very memed characters. A lot of very serious characters.
And a lot of characters that aren't actually in the official game, but are like in the manga and stuff.
Yes.
I like Tails, actually.
You actually like Tails, eh? A lot of people actually despise Tails because he just sort of, in every circumstance, he's just sort of following Sonic, doing whatever he does.
But when
too, right?
Yeah, when Sonic falls, though, it'll be Tails' turn to shine, pretty much.
Exactly. He does have some sort of redeeming quality to him. Are you familiar with the game Slay the Spire?
Yes, I played quite a bit of it.
Well, what do you think of that game?
I need to play more of it.
Oh, you need to play more of it, eh? You actually like it?
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Are you just like a big fan of card games, or Is it the RPG roguelike elements that bring you into the game?
Well, for that answer, I had to tell you more about how I like it's card games, but there's another game that I like called Bonkaitos, and it's basically an RPG card-based battle system.
Oh yeah.
And so the first one was one of my favorites, and then they came out with Bonkaitos Origins, which was more action oriented, but it still had the RPG card-based mechanic, and it became one of my favorites.
How old is that game?
I don't know, probably like at least 10 or so, 10 or more years old, I think. It came out during the GameCube life cycle.
Oh yeah, so it's definitely back there, eh?
Yeah.
What's your opinion on physics-based games? Games like Goat Simulator and Human Fall Flat.
Well, it's fun for a laugh, but not for. I don't play very long.
Oh, so you wouldn't play them seriously, eh? You would just sort of hop on, do some stupid shit, and then hop off?
Yeah, I play for its ragdoll physics.
So what about physics-based games that aren't, like based around ragdolling? Things like Polybridge and
Portal.
Horrible?
Yeah.
You don't like bridge-based games, eh?
Well, Portal makes bridges.
Oh, you said Portal. I thought you said horrible.
No. Portal's still alive, and Portal 2 are some pretty good games that use physics. And a portal gun.
Do you think you would enjoy a Portal game that had ragdoll physics in it? Or do you think
it really depends on how they introduce that, but maybe.
Yeah, since Valve can't count to 3, maybe one of these days, once they graduate kindergarten, they might actually put out a Portal 3. And might introduce some new mechanics to the Portal universe.
Yeah.
That would be.
Well, I heard they were planning on doing Half-Life 3, but then just stopped, sort of thing.
Well, they kind of did put out a third Half-Life with Half-Life Alyx, but that is a VR only game basically. So it kind of breaks the cycle of Half-Life. It's not really a Half-Life 3, it's more like its own thing, right? What is your opinion on Minecraft?
It's enjoyable. I like it.
You enjoy it?
Yeah, I like Minecraft.
What's the longest amount of time that you've ever spent on a single world?
Probably like a week. I still have a world existing
that you're currently working on.
Yeah, that I was working on. It's on hiatus at the moment, but it's still existing.
Just like your YouTube channel.
Yeah, pretty much.
When you play, do you play for luxury or do you play for survival? So is your bases efficient or do they look good?
I play casual, but I like to be neat and tidy with my base.
How many times have you killed the Ender Dragon?
5 times?
5, eh? That's not bad. Was this 5 different worlds, or did you use end crystals to respawn them?
5 different worlds, actually.
That's even more impressive, yeah. Okay, have you ever fought the Wither?
I believe once.
Okay. Once, eh? And how'd that go?
But as well as I expected it to be. Like, I almost died, but I beat it.
You actually beat it, eh? The Wither
And again, I had a bunch of weapons jacked up pretty much.
Oh yeah, you were prepared for it, eh?
Well, I was prepared for anything.
What do you think of the new Nether update?
I've yet to play it, actually, so I don't know.
Oh, you haven't played it, eh? Do you know about, like, what's happened in the Nether and how it's changed?
No, I think it's been like 6 or so months since I've last played.
Oh, I see. So you're still... You would probably know about the Village and Pillage update then, yeah?
Probably.
With the addition of villagers?
Yeah, I think so. I don't have too terrible of a memory.
Hmm.
So...
Sorry, I'm trying to think of more things to ask you.
that's fine.
So, I believe you are a chili fanatic, eh?
Yes, I do like my chili dogs.
What's your favorite way of preparing chili?
Very, very spicy.
Very spicy?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a recipe for...
I do.
Would you like to share it with the world?
Not really. I mean, it has been finalized yet.
Oh, you're still
It's
working on it, I see.
So yeah, it's sort of a work in progress. But some of the ingredients are hopscotch bonnets and stuff like that.
Yeah, some very spicy peppers, eh?
Yes.
I guess we'll have to circle back around when that's completed.
Mm-hmm.
So then, what's your favorite anime?
There's a couple of them. One of them is, of course, the Dragon Ball series. I finished the Dragon Ball Super at the end of the Tournament of Power arc, which I believe was the latest one. They haven't made more than that.
So you're completely caught up on Dragon Ball. Okay.
Yeah. And the other one is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Oh, I see. You're a man of culture. How far into that have you watched?
Currently, I believe the latest dubbed episode of Golden Wind.
That's the fifth arc?
That would be with Giovanno.
Okay. So yeah, I've only
who
seen up to the fourth arc with Dio.
Stardust Adventure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the protagonist of this one is the son of Dio, actually.
Oh,
So
that's interesting. I didn't know that Dio had a kid. Is he a vampire?
no. He's human, but it's just like the JoJo Bizarre Adventure story. It's pretty complicated.
Oh yeah, it's very complicated. Like, is that... So is he the main protagonist? Or is that, like,
Yeah, he's sort of the main protagonist, but there's others with him.
Okay.
So
how does the
you would have
JoJo family name continue from then?
I don't know. I had to wait for further episodes because it's on hiatus due to the ongoing event that's happening.
Ah yes, as the Game Grunts would say, the Backstreet Boys reunion tour.
Yeah, we can go with that.
What's your favorite abridged series?
I would actually have to be Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged, okay.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people are more of a big fan of the Hellsing Abridged and the Dragon Ball Z Abridged. Not a lot of people out there with the Yu-Gi-Oh! Though. Oh, that one's an older series. What brings
That
you
was
to
sort
that
of
one more?
it's sort of a tie between all three, but I'm more into I was interested in Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged. It's
Okay. So then on the topic of Yu-Gi-Oh! Do you play the card game?
I do actually.
Oh yeah. What
Played
decks do you
Yu-Gi-Oh!
play?
I have a dragon deck actually.
Oh yeah, some Blue Eyes action and other dragons, I guess.
Yeah, pretty much.
Nice.
Stuff to summon Blue Eyes to the battlefield.
Get some big dragons for free, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got your Kaibaman.
Yeah, there's Honest.
Oh yeah.
And Lady with Eyes of Blue, I believe the card's called. That's the one that summons the Blue Eyes.
Yeah, she requires an opponent to attack you, right? For that one?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, that one's a good one. How familiar are you with the Yu-Gi-Oh! Memes?
I'm a little bit familiar with it, but I don't generally get into it too much.
Oh yeah. So there are some pretty good ones out there. Like there's the meme where Yugi pulls Exodia, and then it shows Kaiba like rearing back because he's so scared or whatever. And of course there's the my deck has no pathetic cards Kaiba at the moment.
Except maybe for Karibo.
Frickin' episode 1 of Yu-Gi-Oh! Just has so many memes in it. The potential, it's crazy.
My favorite part of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge was when Tristan says, "In the morning, the sun will rise."
Like he's not wrong.
No, he's not. That was actually, I believe, was in the original episode.
In like the first episode?
No, the episode that aired. where they were on the ship.
Oh, he actually says that.
I believe that. Yeah.
God, Tristan is an idiot.
Also played by the guy that played Rocky.
Frickin' Sylvester Stallone?
No, Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Oh, that Rocky. It would have been pretty funny if Sylvester Stallone actually did that voice acting part for Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah, I'm not quite sure if it's either Rocky or Bullwinkle. It's the moose.
Hey, Yugi, play Karibo. Some stupid stuff like that.
Anyway.
Are you
Yeah,
familiar
I don't think...
Oh?
No, go ahead.
Are you familiar with the, Yu-Gi-Oh! Video games?
Yeah, I am.
Any of them in particular?
I played my first games were the GBA games. So,
Oh man, the old ones.
Battle City. Yeah. Yeah, they were pretty good.
What did you think about the Duel Masters TCG?
I played the game, but I wasn't into the card game.
You didn't like the card game, eh?
Well, I mean, I don't have any cards.
Oh, true,
So.
yeah. But what did you think of the video game then? Does the game seem...
It was good. It's good. But story-wise, it was pretty meh.
Yeah, the story was pretty mad in that game. I found that the actual gameplay, the actual game, even though it is just a Yu-Gi-Oh! Ripoff, it was actually kind of enjoyable.
Mm-hmm.
Did you play the GBA version of that, or is it the PS2 game?
Of...
Duel Masters.
Oh, GBA game.
GBA, eh?
Yeah.
I only played a little bit of that one, and it was because I was a little impatient with how the whole deck building thing worked. So I remember that you could make a deck, and it would show you like the names of the cards, but you couldn't actually look at the card and see what it did, unless if you exited the deck builder and looked at the card outside of that menu.
Oh, I believe there was a way to do it, but in the card thing, but you had to like view it. I think there was a way to view it, but
I just remember that it was such a weird way of doing the whole deck building thing.
Yeah, I did beat the game.
You did, eh?
Yeah, that was when I was really good at deck building skills. Or my deck building skills were pretty good.
Did you... What's your opinion on the Magic the Gathering video games then?
Well, I do like them. I was wishing there was more story to it, like other than the lore and stuff.
Well, which games in particular would you hope that there was more to?
I'm not exactly sure. There's the Yu-Gi-Oh games that I played and the other stuff had an adequately good story for what it's worth anyway.
But you find that the Magic the Gathering games are a bit lackluster that way, eh? Usually they kind of are.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
If you look at, like, even just, MTG Arena right now, there's, like, no story behind that. There's no like little
Yeah.
cutscenes or anything. It just explains how, oh, you're a planeswalker, and then throws you into a bunch of games, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
And all of them are usually like that. Like some of them, I remember 2015. Magic 2015 was a big deal, and they had actual cutscenes that showed Garruk putting on the chain veil, and then it showed you defeating Garruk, and then he loses the chain veil, and that's basically it. That's the entire storyline, right?
Mm-hmm.
You duel a bunch of people, you beat up Garruk, and then he has to take off his face mask. So yeah, compared to a lot of the other TCG games, Magic is a little lackluster in that department.
Yeah. Be pretty good to be more interactive too, sort of thing with their story.
That would be interesting. Because for Magic, usually when they put out a set, they have a very set story, but it would be interesting to see a story with a few different like endings. You know, keep the player enticed for the next Magic set to probably solve those issues and tell you which path was the actual right one.
Well, as a planeswalker, you basically have no backstory, so you could create a story for yourself.
That is true.
You can include a lot of big time players, or not, planeswalkers and stuff.
Yeah, there is some room there for some creativity, I guess. Some fan-made stuff. If only the Magic the Gathering community was a little bit more like the Sonic community, we would see stuff like that all the time.
Yeah, I'm not so sure about that one, but...
Yeah, I don't think the Sonic community is so sure about that one either.
No.
What's your favorite archetype in Magic?
Like wizards or humans or something?
Well, I was thinking more like, you know, are you a tribal player, a control player, aggro, mid-range, mill, those sorts of archetypes.
Yeah, I'm between milling and whatever the magic one is. You just
control.
Yeah, that's the one. I had a control deck and, of course, a milling deck like Ulamog.
For your control deck, what colors do you like to run?
My commander was Mizzix, so.
Oh, is it control?
Yeah.
I see. Red, blue, eh?
Yeah, that was my first commander deck.
Were you more the type to counter everything, or were you more the destroy everything sort of sub archetype
I
control?
I was a little bit of both, actually.
I'm guessing red for killing stuff, and then blue for countering stuff. Okay.
And then if they had so many creatures on the field, and I had none, it would be raining power. So I get control of them.
Oh yeah.
Or Decree of Annihilation. Just start the game over.
Pretty much. Start over, nobody has hands.
Pretty much.
Well, what's your opinion on the hybrid mana controversy right now in the Magic community?
I don't really have too much of an opinion on that.
Do you know about it?
Somewhat. There's like more than one color for mana, right?
Well, here, let me explain it to you. So, in Magic, there are hybrid manas. So, it's a mana where you can spend either like a red or a black, or a blue and a green, Basically, it's one mana thing that you can spend one of two different mana types to cast it. Right now, people are a little bit angry in commander sense because those split cards with the hybrid mana can only be played in decks that have both colors of that hybrid mana. When the whole point of the hybrid mana is to make the card more available in monocolored decks. Right?
Yeah, it's supposed to be more flexible.
Yeah.
But if you don't have the commander to match that color, you can't cast it, right?
So some people in the Magic community want a rules change on hybrid mana to allow these two color cards to be played in monocolored decks because they can just be played that way.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that notion that as long as it's a color in your commander's pool, then it can be used, regardless of if one of them isn't of the commander's colors.
I'm gonna ask you a time-old question. Do you think planeswalkers should be commanders?
I believe they could be. They'd be pretty good as commanders.
But do you think, like, in any sense of like story, any sense of mechanics, do you think that Wizards should make that change to allow them to be commanders?
I mean, I believe that they should be commanders. I mean, a lot of them are born leaders, pretty much. Like they could add a commander. They could make the planeswalkers a commander, but also they just be legendary planeswalkers, pretty much.
But like, I'm talking like a rules change for all planeswalkers to be allowed as commanders, not just ones that Wizards pick and chooses and says.
Oh no! I believe that all planeswalkers probably should be should be commanders if they are able to. Pretty much.
Do you think that there would be a change in the metagame if that change were to happen? Like, do you think any of the planeswalkers we have right now would become a tier 1 or tier 0 deck?
Oh yeah, there would be a lot of change within the meta if that were to happen. There's a lot of planeswalkers that make or break the game, like Teferi, for example.
Which Teferi?
A Time Raveler, I think. The one that you can't cast. Yeah, the one you can't cast instance for instance.
And you're talking about his interaction with cards like Knowledge Pool and Possibility Storm, right?
Yeah, because once he is in play, it does change the way the opponent and everyone else plays.
Are there any other planeswalkers that you think that would make or break the format?
Karn would be one of them.
Which one?
Recess the game.
Oh, so that one.
Karn. I want to say maybe Karn Liberated or not.
Yeah, Liberated.
Probably. Yeah.
My only issue with that is that Karn is completely colorless. Which means that you can't do shenanigans like doubling season or proliferate with them all that easily. So I don't think you'd be that broken as a commander. It would be more decks that can like find him, take advantage of his pluses and minuses that are really the things that you should be afraid of, right?
Yeah, but there are ways around it, like you said. So, like, I can find a use for Karn if I really wanted to, considering I have a pure colorless commander deck.
Yeah, there are definitely like colorless means to take advantage of Karn. I'm just thinking, colorless does really restrict you that way, though.
It does, but in the end, it kind of makes you sort of a better person for figuring out a way, right?
Well, Volcannon, that's all the time that we have for this episode. Thank you very much for coming on. I'll definitely leave a link in the description to your YouTube channel. Hopefully,
hopefully I'll get back to it.
Looking at you, fan. Yeah, thanks a lot for coming on.
Yeah, thank you very much for having me.
Oh, no problem. So guys, until next time, we'll see you then. Bye for now.